Can anybody understand this so far? The lady close to the bookshelf there. Would you understand somebody on the spirit side with the name Charles?
No, but I have a home in Devonport.
You have a home in Devonport?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't what you're doing cold reading?
Well, depends what you call cold reading. This is something that a lot of the rationalists have come up with, of saying that what you do is you say something and people basically make it fit.
Well, I'll see if I can find the Charles in a minute, but let me just give you a few things that I can feel about you. Has there been a few problems with a stomach condition around you? Because I feel as if I want to go to my stomach and I feel uncomfortable there. Does that make no sense to you whatsoever?
No.
Well, would you understand then a lady that I want to connect with on Spirit's side that would suffer with the stomach condition?
Yes.
Because I'm being given the stomach condition,
Yes.
okay? And I feel with this lady, I want someone that's a fairly comfortable build, I would say. A bigger build lady, not a slight build lady that's given me this, yes?
Yes.
Yeah?
I think when you really examine the evidence of what myself and other mediums do, you will find that a large proportion could never be explained away by something like cold reading. It's because there are sometimes such specific details that come through.
And I'm seeing like a painting, or a print it would be, of a painting that looks like a Stubbs painting. You know, the ones of the horses and the pigs and things like that? The lady in the white at the back there, I'm not around you, am I? Oh, I hate it when I can't find the link. Let me see if
I think if I were talking to someone in the spirit world, I'd say things like, what's it like being dead? Can you see the whole of the universe? Why do you ask them such banal questions?
Yeah, good point. But I think what happens is that mediumship comes from the non-rational, non-verbal parts of the brain, if there's such a thing. I believe it's a blending of thoughts between myself and the spirit communicator. But if only it could be just like a telephone line.
Let me just see if I can get a little bit more information from her first.
If you've convinced a person that that's their grandmother to the point that they're actually crying, I mean, surely those tears enough are perhaps proof that they've had proof that that really is their grandmother that's making the communication.
It could indicate just desperate wishful thinking, perhaps.
Now, don't feel I'm with a Stephen Bennett, but I've got those things I want to bring together somehow with particularly a car crash.
My friend Ben died in a car crash and his best friend was called Steve.
Your friend Ben Parson, so, but it's not Bennett, as I said, but it was Ben. Let me see if I can describe Ben to see if we can... Can I say, when you were buying the new shoes, had he been on your mind at that time?
He's on my mind all the time, really.
Yeah,
but
because it's
yeah.
as if I was particularly felt him around me at that particular time. That's why I feel I've got the connection with that. And, you know, his message is really, in a way, sorry.
He actually had a tyre on the left-hand side of his car changed before the accident, and the police thought it was something to do with that. And I had a message from you before saying it was something to do with the tyre.
I've given you a message about him before? Okie dokie, I can't remember that. But anyway, I want to sort of feel his...
I believe what I do is absolutely true. I believe that I give...
You really believe it?
I believe absolutely
Seriously,
100%
you believe it?
that it's true, because it's been proven to me against what I believe is against my rationality. But it's been shown to me so many times that life continues. And personal proof that I've had that has given me proof of my father of continuation of spirit. I mean, incredible things that are so very personal and subjective, they're hard to argue a case for. But for me, it's been life transforming. And I believe, as I was helped, I can help others.
We are planning a séance so that we are going to try to attempt to make a direct communication with Diana.
And may God bless you and that your health improve, because I feel Princess Diana is saying thank you. You've been waiting for children or anything associated with AIDS. I want to thank you very much. I'm getting very much that she's showing me Africa, she's showing me children, she's showing me the Red Cross. Does that mean anything to you, darling?
Yes, very much, yes.
Thank you, because I feel that as I'm looking at you, I feel that your health, she's showing me, is going to improve.
Oh, good.
You nearly wasn't here. Would you understand that?
Yes, I nearly died in December. I was in a coma.
Not your time, too much work, and because I feel we've got a shining light. I feel as if Princess Diana's thanking you. Would you understand that? She's putting a little baby on your lap there. Would you understand that?
I do very much. She took in her arms a little baby with AIDS in Zimbabwe. I was working at the orphanage where that little baby was. And for us, I'm HIV positive myself, and for us, touch that he would touch.
I want to touch you from Princess Diana, and I want to say to you that she loves you very much. And would you understand about a little baby girl? Would you understand about baby girl that passed?
Yes, I do.
She's with Diana.
Oh.
And there is nuns there with her as well.
Right.
Okay,
yes.
Keep the good work up. Philip, can I take your hand, please?
Very much so, because it was a small apartment.
With a small entrance.
With a small entrance.
And the steps and the narrow corridor piece with the steps that are worn as you go up to it.
They had a major entrance which come off the drive.
But this one would come closer to the kitchen.
This one would come in from the kitchen and be a spiral staircase up into the kitchen.
That's her way, where you would observe her the most.
That's where I came in.
And you see her there too, because she's talking about...
As you walk through the kitchen door, you couldn't see anything until you actually went through the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first thing you caught
would have been Diana and the children. Right. So that's your observation point that she's showing me of how you would... How she would have your connection.
Exactly right.
Right? Okay.
Exactly right.
And at those times, you would have little glimpses of the little personal side of the life, like Diana playing with the children and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they were always asking about having a dog or something like that, and we couldn't because it was too close to the kitchen.
Well, Charles had the dogs.
But we weren't allowed them to bring them through.
No, they weren't.
That was your rule.
Yeah.
Right? This is what I say when she says that you have your rules. Your rule is you don't come through that way. That's my kitchen area. No dogs, thank you. And you could say that to her, couldn't you?
Yes.
You could be quite blunt with that. And she'd treat you on the same level.
That's it.
Really. She shows me a roll of paper, and there's written on it. Was there a rolled piece of paper or something that they gave you as a thank you, which is a written, almost like a parchment roll that you roll open like the old-fashioned?
There was.
Right?
There was.
And I think that she has actually handled that. It may have been her that gave it to you, but she's had a connection with that to make sure that you got that.
It was a menu that was an Italian menu.
Her idea.
That was special. And there was, I think there was 10 guests at that time.
Mm-hmm.
All these menus are hand-painted. And I was given one of them when I actually retired from...
There was a little memento of your time with her.
Which I had framed and kept in my kitchen.
So it's a little thing, but it's a specific thing that nobody could ever look up, could they?
No,
it's
a personal thing.
Personal thing to you.
I believe that Big Mouth succeeds in getting opinion from all walks of life. However, I do feel that the dead have been very poorly represented. That is until now.
Psychic mediums Craig and Jane Hamilton Parker courted worldwide controversy in 2003 when they contacted the spirit of England's Rose for a documentary. Tonight, the opinions on Big Brother and its housemates from another dead celebrity.
It's phenomenally nice to meet you all.
Dropping in from the afterlife to our cosmic sofa today is John Lennon.
John, what do you think about the housemates? John loves Carol, doesn't he? He likes Carol because he's feeling those anti-war vibes.
Give peace a chance. John's so fed up. He's saying to me he's fed up with the bitchiness, the argumentatives, and
Don't forget the tantrums.
And the tantrums, and all the knickers around everywhere.
But if he was Big Brother himself, I think he'd be setting him musical tasks, and he might even have them stay in bed the whole time. Thank you very much, John Lennon.
Thank you very much, John Lennon, and thank you very much, Big Brothers, Big Mouth. We'll see you in the afterlife.